It includes ornaments. What is ornaments? It may be made up of precious stones or semi-precious stones. It includes gold, it includes silver, it includes diamond. Second, archaeological collection. You collected some old things, old collection of olden days period. Sculptures, artwork, painting work, drawings, all these are capital assets. If you sell for a profit, if you get a profit or gain, you have to pay tax. Other than this, any personal mobile property, you need not pay tax on them. So that is not a capital assets. Okay, this is the very important part here. So all these are called capital assets. Okay, then they have included the agricultural land. Agricultural land is not a capital asset, but conditions are there. Agricultural land which is situated in rural area is not a capital asset. Rural area. Now, what is rural area? Rural area, they define what is land in a rural area, and that land is used for agricultural purposes. They define the limit, distance. Okay, if the distance is within that category, it is called urban area. Now, if the population of the municipality or whatever the location, population is 10,000 to 1 lakh in that area, population is 10,000 to 1 lakh. Okay, if their population is 10,000
Hello.
1 lakh in that area.
Sir, now go water bottle here. The water bottle is in the room.
Pardon?
In this room.
So within 2 kilometer, within 2 kilometers, it is called urban area. It is called urban area. If the population is 10,000 to 1 lakh within 2 kilometer, it is called urban area. If it is more than 2 kilometer, it is called rural area. With the population is 10,000 to 1 lakh. And if it is rural area, that is not a capital asset. If it is urban area within 2 kilometers, it is called capital asset. Okay? When you sell your land, which is within urban area, it is called a capital asset. If it is rural area, it's not a capital asset. Now, in this case, which is urban, which is rural, with the population is 10,000 to 1 lakh, within 2 kilometers is the urban area, exceed 2 kilometers the rural area. Okay, this is the first case. The second one, if the population is between 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. The population is between 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. What is the distance mentioned? Within 6 kilometers. Within 6 kilometers, that is called, what is that is called? Urban area. And more than 6 kilometers, rural area. Then, if the population is more than 10 lakhs, within 8 kilometers, less than 8 kilometers, urban area, more than 8 kilometers, rural area. Okay, this is explaining in the problem you mentioned that is it urban land or rural land. Okay, this is what the important point you do remember this one. Now, when it is called capital gain, when you get a profit, when you call it as capital gain, suppose when When it is a capital asset, when it is a capital asset, and when it is a transfer. But this one, what is transfer? Transfer includes sale, extinguishment,
Rajesh,
relinquishment. Okay. Now, if it is a capital asset, suppose we decide it is a capital asset. Yes, it's a transfer. It is capital asset and it is a transfer. That is called. If you get a profit, that is called capital gain. That is called capital gain. If you get a profit or income. Now, when it is not a capital asset and when it is a transfer, it is not called no capital gain. It is not a capital gain. It is not a capital gain. And when it is a capital asset, when there is no transfer take place, it is not called capital gain. We discussed yesterday what is transfer, what is capital asset. We continue today also what is capital asset. Okay, so remember, capital asset includes, I'm telling you in a briefly, land, building, ornaments, jewelry, gold, silver, diamond, artwork, painting work, drawings, sculptures, archaeological collection, equity shares, debentures, mutual funds, intangible assets. These are in a nutshell, these are called capital gain. These are called the capital gain. Okay. Now, there are some transactions which are not considered as a transfer. If it is not a transfer, it is not called a capital gain. What are those transactions? There are some transactions which are not considered as a transfer. If it is not a transfer, it is not a capital gain. I'll explain you a few of these transactions which are not considered as a transfer. So I'll explain it. Those transactions which are not transfer. It is not a transfer, it is not a capital gain. So there are some activities which are not called transfer. The first one, so heading is transaction which are not as regarded as transactions. Transactions not considered as a transfer. Not considered as transfer. Okay, T oblique or transfer. What are those transactions? Let's explain a few of this. First one is partition of property. Partition of property of HUF, Hindu undivided family. When there is a partition take place of property between the members of the HUF, it is not called transfer. It is not called transfer, hence no capital gain. It's not called a transfer. Second, suppose if your grandmother, if your parents give a gift or will, after their time, give the property transferred to you. They write a will. Okay. Or if it is they state that the transfer, it is not revoked. That is irrevocable transfer. Okay. That transfer cannot be revoked. In case of gift, in case of will, in case of transfer which cannot be revoked, that is not called transfer. Hence, you need not pay tax on capital gain. Now, the third one. Suppose you are transferring your assets from from amalgamated company. You should know what is all these things. Amalgamated company. Amalgamated company to amalgamating company. Okay, a new company is formed. Old company is dissolved. A new company is formed. We're transferring what? Transferring assets from one company to other company. And if you transfer the assets, that is not called the transfer. Okay. If there is no transfer, no question of capital gain. The fourth point. So transferring assets from holding company. You know what is holding company? I need not. Holding company to subsidiary company. Subsidiary company and vice versa. Subsidiary company to holding company. You're transferring your assets. Vice versa. Okay. What you are transferring? Transferring assets. You are transferring the entire property. So, if you transfer the assets, transferring assets, then that is not called not a transfer. You're transferring assets, that is not a called not a transfer. This is not a transfer. Then, similarly, if you're transferring your assets from demerge company, you should know all these things. It will not come the examination, everything I am explaining. Demerge company into resulting company. Resulting company. Transferring assets from demerged company to resulting company. That is not called transfer. Okay, this is the important part. This is the fifth point. The very important point, sixth point. Suppose you are transferring your artwork. You are transferring your transfer. Transfer means selling. Transfer of artwork. Transfer of artwork or painting or you're transferring a sculpture. You're transferring your sculpture to whom you're transferring, to whom you're selling, to government, state government or central government, or to university, or to museum. When you're selling your artwork, painting work, or sculpture, or drawing to government, state government or central government, or university, any university in India, or to any museum. So that is called not regarded as a transfer. So these are transactions which are not considered as a transfer. If it is not a transfer, there is no question of capital gain. Further, I'll explain some more transactions. But this is very important. Remember, in the examination, you may get this one. This is they are asking every time. When you're selling your artwork, painting work, drawing work, that is not a capital gain. That is not taken as a transfer. And this is very important. First one is very important. When the partition takes place among the members of HUF, it is not a transfer. And if there is any gift or will, that is not called transfer. The first, second is very important. The sixth one is very important. So, all these cases, you need not pay any tax on capital gain. Even if you get a profit, you need not pay tax on capital gain. Further, I'll explain further about those transfers. The seventh point, I'll send you the notes material. The seventh point, you're transferring your assets from one banking company to another banking company. banking company. For example, Andhra Bank has been merged into Bank of Baroda. All 7 banks, Vijaya Bank, Andhra Bank has been merged. So they have to transfer assets to the Bank of Baroda. Transferring the assets, transfer of assets, then we cannot call as a transfer. Hence, no capital gain. Okay. Similarly, 8.1, you're transferring your assets from one cooperative bank to other cooperative bank. So one cooperative bank to another cooperative bank. You know what is a cooperative bank? Transferring assets. That is not called as transfer. Hence, no capital gain. This is the 8th point. Now you're transferring your assets to transfer of assets to SICK Industrial Company. So you need to know what is SICK Industrial Company. So in that case also it is not called transfer. Okay. So these are the very important points. These are the transactions which are not considered as transfer. So similarly, I'll explain in some important points, some other transactions here. Now 10th point, conversion of, you are conversion of debentures. You are converting debentures. You know what is a debenture? Bonds or stocks into shares. You're converting these into shares. Okay, so converting your debentures, your bonds or stock into shares, that is not considered as transfer. Now 11th point, you are transferring your membership rights to stock exchange. Transfer of membership rights. Membership rights to stock exchange. Recognized stock exchange, not unrecognized. Recognized stock exchange, you can say. You are selling your membership rights to stock exchange. It is not considered as transfer. Okay. Similarly, 12th point, you are transferring your assets from partnership firm. You are converting a partnership firm into company. You are transferring your partnership firm into company, limited company. Suppose a company takes over partnership firm, all the assets of partnership firm will be transferred to the company. So transfer of assets will take place. Okay. So in that case also it is not taken as a transfer. And 13th point, when you're transferring assets, transfer of assets from one NRI to another NRI. NRI to NRI. Okay, it is not considered as a transfer. Transferring assets from one NRI to another NRI. But here you have to make a note. Suppose you are transferring assets from NRI to a resident person, or a resident person. You are transferring your assets. But in that case, it is called transfer. He has to pay capital gain tax. He has to pay capital gain. When transferring property from NRI to resident, you have to pay capital gain. But you're transferring your property from NRI to NRA, it is not called transfer, hence no capital gain. This you keep in mind. You're transferring your assets, property from NRI to residents, there is a capital gain. It is called transfer and you have to pay tax on capital gain. So this is the exception. Okay, this is the 13th point. The 14th point, any transfer under mutual fund. Any transfer under mutual fund. You are selling a mutual fund to that company or you're buying it. It is not called as a transfer, hence there is no need of paying tax on capital gain. Then 15th one, any transfer under gold bond issued by RBI. Gold bond issued by RBI. So RBI issues from time to time different bonds, and one of the bond is gold bond. And any transfer you're making any gain, it is not called as transfer. Similarly, last very important point, when you transfer your capital asset, this is a 16 point, transfer of asset from or to a trust, so that is also not called as transfer. Okay, so hence there, if it is not a transfer, it is not a capital gain, as I already mentioned. Suppose if it is a CI means capital asset, T/R means transfer. Now if it is a capital asset, if it is a transfer, you need to pay, that is a capital gain. CG means capital gain. Now if it is a capital asset, if it is not a transfer, no capital gain. NCG means no capital gain. Now if it is not a capital asset, if it is a transfer, no capital gain. And if it is both are, it is not a capital asset, it is not a capital gain, it is not a transfer, then no question of capital, no capital. Okay. For to be called as capital gain, it should be capital assets and it should be a transfer. Then only it is called a capital gain. That is not called a capital gain. Okay. Now, I discuss what are the capital assets: land, building, ornaments, jewelry, then urban land, then gold, silver, diamond, platinum, then sculptures, artwork, painting work, drawing, jewelry. These are called capital assets. These are called capital assets. Now, you have to find out what is the short term and long term. What are short term capital assets and long term capital assets? I will just start with the short term. We'll discuss about short term. Then we'll discuss about the long term. I already told you what are capital assets. Now, in general, I'm saying we discuss about short term capital asset, not long term, short term. So first we'll find out what is short term and long term. You know what is capital assets? What is a short term capital asset and long-term caps. So first we'll discuss about short-term capitalists. What is capitalists? I discussed what is capitalists: land, building, jewelry, all these things are capitalists. What is short-term capitalists? Now a capital asset, a capital asset, a capital asset, asset or capital asset held by SSC, held by SSC for not more than 36 months. For not more than 36 months. Okay. If an asset is held by SSC for not more than 36 months. Okay. That means if that capital asset is with the SSC less than equal to 36 months or 3 years, it is called short-term capital asset. Okay, this is in general I am saying. Okay, a capital asset held by SSC for not more than 36 months. What is long-term capital asset? Long-term capital asset. This is I am speaking in general terms. Generally, it will not apply to all types of assets. In general, less than 36 months, short term. And if that capital asset held by SSC for more than 36 months or more than 3 years, that is called long-term capital assets. Short term, long term. Okay, this is the general definition of what is short term, what is long term. Less than 36 short term capital asset, more than 36 long term capital assets. Okay, so this is the difference, short term and long term. This is the general definition. What is short term capital asset? Less than 36 months, less than 3 years. Long term, more than 3 years. Okay, now the question is, what are the different types of assets called short term and long term? That is a major question. What are the assets comes under the category of short term and long term? This is general meaning of short term and long term. What are the different types of assets comes under short term and long term? Okay, so as I discussed, less than 3 years is short term, more than 3 years is a long term. Okay, now there are certain assets. There are certain assets. I'll take you the first important assets. There are certain assets. Let us say I'm getting very important part. Immovable property. Immovable property. What are immovable property? Land and building. In case of land and building, if that land and building is purchased after after, if that land and building is purchased after 1st April 2017, if the land and building is purchased after 1st April 2017, if that SSC is holding the land for less than 24 months, before 24 months he sold that land, before 24 months only, nothing but 2 years, before 2 years, within 2 years, before 2 years, before 2 years, he sold the land, he got the profit. He sold the land and got the profit. That is called short-term capital gain. That gain is called short-term capital gain. Suppose if he is kept the land, if he hold the land for more than 24 months, more than 24 months, hence he sold after 2 years. He sold the land or building after 2 years, he got a profit. So that is called long term capital asset. I mean say asset, not gain, capital asset, sorry, capital asset. In case of land and building, please remember, I'll just wind up this last one. In case of land and building, if you sell your land, if you purchase the land, if you are selling your land within 2 years or before 2 years, that is called short-term capital asset in case of land and building. And after 2 years, you sold the land, you kept the land for more than 24 months with you, you sold the land, that asset is called long-term capital in case of land and building. What is the short term? Less than 2 years. What is the long term? More than 2 years in case of land and building or immovable property. This you please keep in mind. Okay. So the definition meaning changes depending on the type of the asset. On land and building, short term is less than 24, long term is more than 24. But take general definition, short term is less than 36, more than 36. But in case of land and building, it will change. So I'll stop here. I'll take that.